school is a formative time as teens begin the transition to adulthood. There are unique trials that come with teaching this age group, but also very unique rewards. The students at Lely High School flocked to Catherine Hunt's elective class, and with good reason. She found a way to connect with them and to change their worldview, priming them for what's next in life.
And they find one on a little boy, just one, and he says, I got it from that girl Marissa. So they go to Miss Marissa, and Marissa has a whole bunch of them in her pocket, and she says, but I didn't bring these to school.
In my classroom, I have students that range from freshman to senior, from ESE to gifted, from FCAT level 1 to 6, and none of that really matters because when we're in the classroom, it's our classroom, and we all work together. And I strive to make sure that they understand that what I'm trying to teach them is not just important in their lives or going to be used in their lives, but that it is something that I'm very comfortable teaching, that I have the knowledge to teach it, and I'm always interested in listening to them and their perspective. We do a lot of group work. I do a lot of discussion and debate to try to get the children engaged, and I think that builds trust on their part. They know that I'm going to come prepared to class, and therefore I expect the same from them.
Ms. Hunt, she actually makes us feel like, she's passionate about it. She makes us feel that, okay, we're seniors, she believes in us and she knows we can do it, so she trusts us with that. Like it helps her out too because she doesn't put a lot of stress on her. But she gives us the tracking sheet to let us know that, okay, I trust in these kids and I know they're gonna get their job done right. For me personally, it makes me feel self-motivated, like, oh, wow, someone actually believes in me that I can actually do my work.
I chose her class because criminal justice was something that automatically had interested me. And then once I got into it and I got into more like the law aspect of it, I really started to love it.
A teacher who is able to equip and educate students for the real world, relating current events in a personal way, inspires. Many students fall in love with Catherine's style, following her from grade to grade because she gets them connected to their world, family and friends in new and meaningful ways, enriching their lives.
I've had a lot of really good teachers, but Ms. Hunt, the way that her teaching techniques and her classroom management is really good, but she also really personalizes her lessons, and she kind of, you have a little bit of personality to her. She really emphasizes on things, and you develop relationships with her, but the way that she projects things to you just makes everything a lot easier. She hits all the things in her class really quickly and make sure that you're keeping up at the same time and that everyone's at the same pace.
It gives you 45 minutes of her time, and after 45 minutes of the time is done, then you have your time to socialize. If there's 5 minutes in class, but we never have time to socialize because we're so anxious to learn about more. That's what makes her such a good teacher. She's very hands-on. She uses her material wise, and she's very, very organized.
During my son's sophomore year, during the fall semester, he had Miss Hunt for Criminal Justice 1 and didn't know what it was, didn't think he'd like it. Well, by the end of the first week, he knew he loved it. And every day he came home and he was telling us what subject of criminal justice was that day. At the dinner conversation, every single night that we had, the topic of conversation, we already knew what it would be. It would be what we did in Crim J that day. And then I started to see how this lady was something special. She brought it to life. She's got a courtroom in her classroom. She brings current events in. The election was going on full strength during the fall, and she had a way of bringing everything together with the current events and the election, brought it all together, uses actual stories from the newspaper and actual current event stories to just make it come to life for these kids, and they love it.
Building trust with teenagers can be difficult, but Catherine has found the keys to success by implementing strategies that emphasize trust, accountability, and most importantly, leaving a lasting impression, changing her students' lives forever.
One of my ultimate goals in teaching legal studies to my students is for them to understand that they are we the people. That no matter what the language is that they speak, no matter their race or ethnicity or religious background, no matter their gender, they are we the people, and they need to know how to advocate on their behalf. Learning the law in my classroom, at least it's my hope, that learning the law in my classroom is going to help them to go out in the world and become advocates for themselves and not rely on other people to be their mouthpiece. That's what I hope for every one of my students. And here I am now, getting to be with my students all day long, talking about the law and debating the law, and I get to be with my children all afternoon. And if I can tell you what it's like to live your dream, But right now, I'm living my dream because every day these students at Lely High School, they invite me in and they let me talk about what I love, and they talk back with me, and they engage in this amazing discussion about what the future of our country is going to be. And then every afternoon, I get to be with my little boys at home. There is no greater life to live than mine because I'm living my dream.